So we are here at Bollihope in Durham, and today's the day that Snake is going to do her first outdoor lead climb, and we found a fantastic 6A for her to have a go at. Not only that, but we've also found a great 6C for her to have a go at later on and see how she gets on. The easiest way to find this place on Google Earth or Maps is to put in either Hollywood Common Quarry with an I, or to search for Washpool Crags. This will take you through to show you an overview of the site. There are 3 quarries here, I'm showing you 2. The one at the top is Joplin and the one at the bottom is part of the Bollihope burn area. And that's where we're going to start, on the bottom one. If I switch to Street View, you'll see the Joplin side there, which is really prominent, really next to the road. And this is literally from Street View, so you can see exactly where you are. There are 91 climbs here to 12 metres in height and up to 7A. If I come back down the road, you'll see a little lay-by just after this bridge, and a little bit off to my right hand side there is the path that takes you through to where we're going to start climbing and filming. And what I'm going to do is cut to a little bit of drone footage and show you a big aerial of all of this site. Cue atmospheric drone music. And if you haven't yet subscribed, now would be a great time to press the subscribe button. And this is a beautiful part of the world, and this particular quarry has got 2 sides to it, and there's plenty of routes from around 4 to I think probably 6C being the hardest. So there's plenty of things to have a go at. It's not particularly high, although it is windy, so there's going to be a lot of voiceover in this video to try and avoid this sounding like this. So the first plan was to let Snake do some top roping just to get a feel for the rock and the way that it climbs, and just to settle herself in to the style of rock and the style of the routes here. And for the benefit of those of you wanting to climb here, this route is called Scoot Left and is a 5C. Now Snake settled in really quickly. She was really comfortable on the rock, climbing really well and actually just really enjoying herself. And despite the wind, it was actually not too cold. The sun was warming things up a little bit. So we decided that once we would finish this top roping, we'd actually do this route with a lead climb, and then we would quickly go on to the next lead climb, which is the 6A, which is called Super Crack. No sniggers at the back, please.
Really random. Why would I choose the 6A? It's harder.
Wow.
Because it's got bigger holes. That's why.
Snake is really excited to go and smash her first outdoor lead climb. So with no more further ado and more talking, it's time to go and get some climbing on. Now, I can't remember the name of this one, but I will put it on screen afterwards whilst I'm doing the voiceover. And this was a 6A that Snake chose to have a go at. She really liked the look of this, plus it had got that central crack running all the way up, which was very Pete Whitaker. Snake was doing really well though, and seemed to have just settled into this particular route and was climbing just efficiently and carefully, which is just not like her at all. It's usually a full-on power and drag yourself up the wall fest, but no, she was deciding to use some technique. Get in. You can probably see the drone up in the left top corner of this shot. Having not realised how short these routes were, I probably could have held the GoPro up on a pole. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are 91 climbs here, and this bit is the Washpool main wall, and as I mentioned, this is Super Crack, which is 6A. There's a bunch of other climbs on the main wall, including some off to the right and left, that start from about 5B on this section. There's also the Washpool Rocky Corner with some 4As. There's Washpool Midnight Wall, Washpool Roofy Buttress, plateau buttress, bouldering, the Washpool wedge buttress, bouldering, and yeah, Washpool winter climbs. And that's before we start on Joplin, and I think it's Harnisha. Now Snake took her time and climbed carefully and steadily, and it wasn't long before she was at the top of this 12-metre route and topping it out. And with that, that was Snake's first outdoor lead fully done. Well done. And having been up super crack, it was time to go to the other quarry. And you know, earlier on when I said it was warm despite the wind, I was wrong. Just over there is where we're heading to do the 6C. So we're just coming from the other side of the quarry, and Snake's just done a 6A over there and did really well. That's her first lead outdoors. What a milestone, really, all things considered. And this is a Joplin buttress, and just round the corner of the arête is the 6C route that we decided to do, which is called Rotten Luck. So Mid went up to put a top rope line in so that Snake could second it, just to help boost her confidence. Obviously, one of the issues that Snake has sometimes is that routes are a little bit too reachy. She's only 4 foot tall. But looking at this one, I felt reasonably confident that she could actually make most of the holes on the wall. And if she couldn't reach all the main ones, she probably had alternatives that she might be able to get a small hand into. Look at Gangster Sheep over there, just taking over the whole road. You must come past me. There is a toll. And in the northeast, we know a thing or two about toll roads with the rip-off time tunnel that we have to pay for. Very good. When's it your birthday?
Friday.
Friday. 21?
Wish.
22?
22 or like 37.
Get away, man.
That's 47.
Shh, don't be telling people it's a secret.
That's 5.
I am not 47.
Yeah.
47 stone. I don't have a birthday, Snake. I have a date of manufacture. And after some pointless banter, it was time for Snake to get her shoes on, get tied in, and start to have a go at seconding this 6C called Rotten Luck, which I hoped wouldn't happen to us. And despite it being colder than an Eskimo's fridge freezer, Snake was game as a badger to get on the rock and have a feel for the different options that were available, and as usual, she decided to smear the hell out of this wall, destroying numerous pairs of Scarpa Dragos in the process, no doubt. So Scarpa, if you would like to save me from financial bankruptcy, please send shoes. Now, some of the holes on here would be easier reached for taller climbers, but Snake was able to find quite a lot of texture and small micro holes that she could use, both with the fingers and the feet, to start making some progress up this one. And with one final push and a bit of extra grit and determination, she was able to finish this one off. It wasn't the smoothest of climbs, but it was an incredibly good first attempt, and she was pleased to get this one seconded. And by this stage, after some valiant climbing, her hands were pretty sore, and with the wind, it was also getting pretty cold as well. Oh yes, nice. Quality. Sign of a good day's climbing. Need some skin. Look at this, everybody. Danielle's been nice and trying to forge a relationship with Snake just so she doesn't abuse her as much. I'm going to put this on YouTube and explain to everybody what's going on. We're not going to be fooled by you, Danielle. We're not going to be fooled.
She likes me, all right?
She tolerates you.
Just because she doesn't like anyone else.
She tolerates you, and she only tolerates you as a tool to motivate you to climb harder.
Can motivate each other. Girl power, all the way.
God's sake, girl power my heart.
On that note, I think we should leave.
Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've not yet subscribed, then hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment on the video and tell us how well you think Snake did, and give us some suggestions on where else we can go and do some sport climbing. We will see you in the next one. Bye.